아! 안녕하세요. 이번 주 위크 오브 레전드에 오신 것을 환영합니다. I'm your host 초브라입니다. 이번 주에는 we have a very special guest. 어떻게 보면 LCK 영어 브로드캐스트에서 활약을 해주고 계신 we could say the carry of the global broadcast really. 박지선 통역사님을 저희가 함께 모시겠습니다. Welcome to the show, Jeesun.
Thank you for having me.
You're kind of the voice for the players, for the global audience, but when you're translating live in a situation like that, what's the number one tip you have for people?
Usually they always stick to several phrases. So if you have some set phrases, you don't really get to like stutter because you already have it ready with you.
And then you can kind of think ahead about what the next question is. Okay, that's pretty good. So we know that you obviously know the players quite well. You translate for them. You're kind of their avatar for the LCK global broadcast. And then you've done interviews yourself as well. So we figured we'd play a little game of Guess Who and see if you really know the players of the LCK. Are you up for the game?
Sure.
All right, let's get started. All right, so we have the pool of names in front of us. It is LCK players and casters, so keep that in mind. And we'll just pick it randomly for round one. Go ahead, you can pick yours first. Very cool. Okay, don't look at it, put it on your forehead. I will do the same. I'll pick one from the bottom row as well. There we go. Can you see it? All right. You can go ahead and ask your first question.
Am I a caster?
Not really. Not really. That's the honest answer.
Okay.
Not really.
Okay.
Ooh, am I a top laner?
You can say so.
I can say so? Okay, all right. Go ahead, your next question.
Am I Atlas?
No. Top.
So he wasn't top, but nowadays he only mostly plays top in solo queue. That's all I can.
Oh, in solo queue.
This is so hard.
Am I Cloud Templar?
Yes.
I only know this because on his stream, he always complains about how
Yes,
he's playing
I got confused as well.
All right.
Oh
all
my
right.
god.
Do you want one final guess on, I mean, I got it right first, but do you want one final guess on your person?
I have no idea.
I'll give you a hint. You know this person very well. Take a look. You know this person very well. Technically, you're a broadcaster. You go on broadcast.
Oh.
So, sorry to do this. Rules are rules. You ready? I'll go easy on you for round one.
Thank you.
But round two.
The real deal.
Yeah, there's no holding back. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
Is it upside down?
No, it is correct. Okay. Go ahead.
Am I a player right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Am I a coach?
Nope.
Okay.
Am I going to playoffs?
Yes. Do I play in the bottom lane?
No.
Okay.
Am I a jungler?
No. Oof. Okay. Am I in the bottom 5 teams, the east side?
No. Am I a mid laner?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You're getting close. Then, if I'm not in the bottom 5, do I have a lot of pog points?
Kind of.
Kind of?
Like, you've got some.
Okay, I have some. Okay. All right. All right. Well, I know who it's not. Okay.
Am I a faker?
Yeah. Well, why was that the first thing you guessed? Oh, man. Oh, dang it. I could have had so many better questions. All right.
Do I have to hit really hard or? Okay.
Show me what you got.
You want to take off your glasses?
Should I?
If you want to.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh my gosh, can you not? Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna close my eyes. Oh my
God! That one's so wrong, sorry. Are you okay?
All right. Let's get right to the next round.
Okay.
All right. Okay. I'm not holding back this round. Okay. All right. All right. Go for it.
Am I a player?
No. Am I a commentator?
Yes.
Okay.
Am I tall?
Yeah. Do I speak Korean?
Yes.
Okay.
Am I Atlas?
What? How do you know? How do you know?
Because you asked me, do I speak Korean? So I was like, oh, maybe. I'm not speaking Korean.
Oh my gosh. Oh, how do you know?
Woo!
All right.
Glasses?
Oh. Thanks for looking out, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Close your
All
eyes.
right. Oh gosh, it rings.
I don't want to do this. Oh no! I feel so bad now.
Oh my gosh. All right, well, my head's still ringing a little bit, but listen, you win, okay? You know the players and the casters very well. You win. We have a lot to talk about. So what do you say we start talking about some LCK and what's going on?
Cool beans.
All right, well, let's move on to the next topic. So in the LCK, we actually already have 4 teams locked in for playoffs, but who do you think is gonna actually make it to the finals of LCK Summer Split?
First off, definitely Tamwon. Versus, it's gonna be. I don't know.
You don't know? Oh, come on.
Because I can't tell for now.
Okay.
I mean, like T1 with the roster swap, the teams might get flustered whenever they face the new T1, especially at playoffs. Maybe it might be T1, but we have to also think that Closer is a rookie. That can also affect their performance during the playoffs. It's gonna be his first best of 5,
Right.
so it's really hard to tell for now.
Okay, all right. But T1 is definitely a strong candidate to make it all the way to the
I mean, all 3 look so even. They are like they all have strengths and also they have weaknesses, so it's gonna be like so even.
Okay, and of course, thankfully, Worlds is going to happen as well. So some of these teams are going to make it to Worlds later in the fall. Are you excited for Worlds happening in 2020?
Yeah, I mean, it's much better than like not knowing whether it's happening or not, because I heard a lot of teams and players all around the regions, they're suffering from this motivation issue.
I mean, do you think it's going to have an impact even for like the players and the teams?
Definitely, because a lot of players, especially when they go to an international event for the first time, they actually have a lot of hard time with the food and also the jet lag. So if you are quarantined by yourself, without your teammates, without your like manager and staff, then you have to just eat the room service all like 14 days. That's gonna be really hard, and also being quarantined will bring a lot of impact to their mentality as well. I mean, it's really hard to be isolated by yourself in a foreign country in a hotel room. We
might see some different impact and effects than we do in previous Worlds, but at least it's still happening, right? So we should still be happy because as fans, we get to watch the greatest matches of the year happen at the end of the fall. So definitely excited for Worlds happening in 2020. Of course, everyone at home should also continue to keep up with the safety precautions, right? Wash your hands, wear your mask. Don't go outside if you don't need to. Play some more League of Legends, watch some more LCK. And you're someone who has unprecedented access to these players, right? You get to see them every day during the matches, after the matches, you're translating for them. You also see some of them at foreign events. Who are some of your favorite personalities within the LCK?
Definitely Noguri.
Okay.
I'm like his biggest fan currently.
Okay, all right, #1 fan, all right. Why? Why Nugger?
Keep that in mind. Because, well, first and foremost, I like his playstyle. He's such a like monster on the top lane. He always like abuse the lane in terms of lane states, and also the biggest thing is that his playstyle is so good and impressive and fantastic and incredible.
Oh, okay. You're a real fan.
Okay.
What about some other players that have also had, you know, some of these fun nicknames in Korea, right? Like that's something that's big in Korea. Everyone kind of gets nicknames, whether it's casters, whether it's players. What are some that you remember?
So for the spring split, we always had the Ki-in-bun because he's been solo carrying the Caspa Cup, and then he was performing so well in the spring split. So in Korean, it looks like the number 71. And like the inbun thing, actually it's like portion of a meal. So like whenever someone carries, I did more than one portion.
Right.
So I did like 5 portions, which means like you solo carried it. So we always said Kiin does like 71 portions. But it's really hard to put that in English, and it takes forever to explain it. So I used to just translate it to Kiin and G in the end, like king.
Okay, yeah.
And also, now he's got a new nickname called 태사기, which means Teddy OP, but also it comes from a meme from StarCraft, because Terran is so OP. So people used to say 태사기, 태사기 from a long time, and then now it's a nickname for Teddy. So I translate that into Teddy OP, but it doesn't really keep the Terran StarCraft meme together. So it's a little bit of a bummer.
Still, I mean, Teddy OP is, like you said, it is what it translates directly into. Koreans love to put the word like God in front of different nicknames.
Yeah.
Everybody, like that perform as well, right? You just kind of change one of their letters to God. And then Kana is Godna. I mean, for things like that, do you just put it in English?
Yeah,
like
for God,
NA?
it's really easy to put it in English. Well, actually, the Western fans also love it because it's like God with NA. They also enjoy it in a different way.
Yeah, because that's a bit of a oxymoron. Yeah, when it comes to, at least when it comes to League of
Some of
Legends.
the dissonant issue.
Okay. Yeah, so something to keep, something to keep in mind.
They're so funny.
It's great to hear that you're finding these ways to create these nicknames. Like Godna, of course, Kana is performing really well, even in the summer split. I mean, he's pretty close to the solo kill record, if I'm not mistaken, right?
About 5 away.
He's getting there. He's getting really close. Let's actually take a look at some of his solo kills this past week. In number 5, Gen.G think they have this Baron in the bag, but Smeb has a different idea.
I mean, whenever you're trying to take the Baron against Smab, you have to be careful.
Yeah, that is true. He comes in with the smite. Surprise, KT's still in the game.
The man of Baron still.
In number 4, we mentioned Godna. Well, here he is in play.
I'm actually surprised that no one was able to find this flank angle on the side of Dynamics.
Yeah, I mean, no one saw him coming. Kana's just waiting there the whole time.
I mean, most of the teams, when they don't see Wukong, they try to just find him.
Well, this time Kana had the surprise. He gets the 3-4-man ult, and then he gets the double kill to boot. T1 continue on their victory. For number 3, Canyon just wants to have a party with the entire Gen.G team.
He was able to get into such a close proximity without flash.
Yeah, he's just, watch him, he's just clicking forward, waltzing in like it's his own home, and there he is, dies, Requiem, bye-bye to Gen.G.
The dream of Karthus team fight.
In number 2, Kana gets another solo kill to add to his all-time record.
Kana's Korean nickname is already the solo kill machine.
And we can see why. I mean, he's dancing around Iksu, he has the item advantage. Kana's just so scary.
Kana eats solo kill for his breakfast.
And the best play of the week. This is a Freak of Freaks versus Team Dynamics.
The late game carry Ashe was down, and also Nautilus, which means it's already one team fight.
Yeah, Team Dynamics look like they have it in the bag, but they do get a little ahead of themselves as they take the magical journey.
But I mean, you have to take every magical journey possible.
Every
That's a rule.
single one, as Kian now takes advantage of that situation and turns it around for a double kill, and it's still not over.
I can't really believe that he took that E, but he actually answered in the interview that as soon as he landed that E, he knew that this was a huge turnaround chance for them.
Well, I guess that's what it takes to be the keying to make sure that a Freak of Freaks continue to victory. Well, Jeesun, that brings us to week 9, so only 2 more weeks left of the regular split for LCK Summer. So let's actually take a look at the matches coming up this week for week number 9. We have a Freak of Freaks leading the games later tonight as they go up against T1 trying to prove they're still up for playoffs. They'll also be challenged later this week by Sandbox Gaming, who's still competing for that 5th spot as well. What are the matches you're looking forward to this week?
Mine will be Damwon Gaming versus Team Dynamics because in general, Damwon Gaming's their matches are always entertaining, full of actions, high octane. But for this week, to be honest, there's not a very vivid standout for the match of the week because this week is about the top team versus the lower ranked team, which means it's gonna be super one-sided.
Yeah, we've seen a bit of a division, right, between the Western teams and the Eastern teams. And you mentioned Damwon, they've already locked in seed number 1. So let's actually bring up the standings to take a look at what the playoffs might look like. Damwon in first very clearly with that plus 23 game score. And then we have DRX, Gen.G, and T1 also guaranteeing their spots in the playoffs. Now, the 5th spot is still open, Jeesun, but do you think Afrika Freaks will keep it?
Yeah, it's very highly likely because KT and Sandbox, they don't have the control of their playoff destiny, and at the same time, Afrika Freaks has been keeping 100% accuracy of the reading the top team and the bottom team, and none of the Eastern team managed to get a win away from them.
So Afrika Freaks standing strong in that 5th spot. We'll see if they're able to keep it. You mentioned earlier Damwon Gaming in the finals versus maybe T1 making it all the way in the playoffs. Do you still stand by that?
Kind of, but I'm not really sure yet. I think we'll have to find out on week number 10 where the top teams are once again clashing, and we'll be able to get the better grasp of how things will go in playoffs.
All right, well, I'm glad we have a strong finish in week 10, right? Some of the best teams competing once again against each other, and then the playoffs right after. Lots to look forward to as we near the end of the LCK Summer Split. Well, thanks so much for joining us on the show, Jeesun, and hitting me over the head with a hammer. Also, we got to talk about LCK memes, and I'm looking forward to Worlds.
And thank you for having me. It was my pleasure because a lot of fans kind of like, does Jeesun really exist? Because I don't show up on camera, but good to be on the content like this. And yeah, I can't wait for Worlds either.
Well, here you are, you do exist. If you want to catch Jeesun's work, of course, be sure to catch her on the LCK Global broadcast every week from Thursday through Sunday in all the matches. For more content like this, subscribe right here on T1 Fighting. If you enjoyed this episode, give us a like and let us know down in the comments below who you think is going to face Damwon Gaming in the finals of the LCK Summer Split. With that, have a legendary week.